What's up, y'all? Matt Stevens here, and I'm coming to you today. I'm creating this video today because I recently ran a poll on Twitter asking people what they would like for me to cover in the next video, and they said that they want me to cover a video about how to structure the diet. So I wish I would have been a little bit more specific with what that means, but this is my best explanation for what I perceive that question to mean. And this is basically how I structure diets for my clients, how I've had diets structured for me, how I know other professional coaches are structuring diets for their clients. This is a very universal approach. And of course, there are individual differences. Everyone is different for what they need. But this is just going to be a general understanding of what you need to do, what you need to create, and what do you need to be going for daily, and what habits you need to be establishing throughout your diet, how to plan it. It's somewhat just a general approach. So what I'm going to refer to and what was referred to me, and the best way I know how to explain everything, is the prioritization pyramid. I'm sure you've heard of it before. It's all over the internet. If you just type it in, you'll see, it's I think I first saw it from Matt Ogus, which I think he saw it from like Eric Helms. Anyway, number one on that list, and before I even get started, this all depends on what your goals are. Whether you want to lose weight, gain weight, whatever, but I'll try to add in a little bit and make it as general as possible so you can kind of tailor it to your needs, your specific needs. But as far as any other specifics, I'll make videos in the future to help cover those and to help you out as much as possible. Number one on the list is going to be calories. Now, calories determine whether you are going to lose, maintain, or gain weight. A lot of people have a problem with calories in, calories out. But, of course, there are other factors that go into the equation. We're not strictly just talking about calories in, calories out. I would never suggest someone eat all their calories from sugar. Like a lot of people want to, I guess, insinuate online. I would never advise anyone to eat solely sugar. I don't mind if someone has a treat every now and then, and I'll talk a little bit about that. But calories are the ultimate deciding factor of whether you lose or gain weight or maintain weight. The science behind it and the literature behind it is pretty substantial. So first thing you need to find out is how many calories are you going to be consuming on a daily basis. And I'll post a video to talk about that as well. Number two is going to be your macronutrient ratio. Now, calories determine whether you lose, maintain, or gain weight. Macronutrients are going to determine what type of weight you're losing or gaining. If people want to lose weight, typically they want to lose fat. If people want to gain weight, typically they want to gain muscle. So you can manipulate your macronutrients, and let me go ahead and list out the macronutrients for you. There's fat, which is 9 calories per gram. Then there's carbs and protein, which are both 4 calories per gram. So these are where your calories come from. And the ratio is going to be, basically the, percentage of each one out of the total amount of, if we created a pie chart, then there would be sectioned off for each macronutrient, how many calories are coming from each one. I guess that's the best way I can explain that. But number 3 is going to be micronutrients. Now, micronutrients are going to determine whether you feel good or not, or whether you feel sluggish, or whether you get sick and things like that. They help our immune system. They help our hormones. They help our energy. They help the fluids in our body. They're extremely important. And when I talk about micronutrients, I'm talking about more than just vitamins and minerals. There are zoonutrients, there are phytonutrients, so on and so forth. But really, I don't want to go into that. What I just want to advise you to do is just pick your macronutrients from very nutrient-dense foods. And what I mean by nutrient-dense foods, probably the easiest way to understand that is just whole foods. Things that don't have an ingredients label on them. A sweet potato doesn't need a list of ingredients on it because it's just a sweet potato. A ribeye doesn't need a list of ingredients on it because it's just a ribeye. Same with a sirloin. Oranges, beets, spinach, so on and so forth. You get the idea. If you pick those types of food, typically they're going to be very nutrient dense and they're going to be very good for you and help you feel good. So I want to stop right there because if you are just trying to lose and or gain weight for the first time, I just want you to focus on these three. Establish daily habits of hitting your macronutrient goals and hitting your caloric intake on a daily basis to start with. Then maybe you can start to think about nutrient timing. And yes, it's okay if you want to have some supplements. There's nothing wrong if you want to take some creatine or some pre-workout, or if you want to take a multivitamin. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. I prefer getting your micronutrients from food, but there's nothing wrong with trying to get your vitamins and minerals from supplements. It's completely fine. They can totally still help you. But just to keep things simple for people who are just beginning, just focus on these three. If you're trying to lose fat, or if you're trying to gain muscle, if you focus on these three, you can make it happen. Now, if you're competing, or you're trying to get ready for a photo shoot, or you're trying to go to the extremities, then I'd say, okay, let's talk about nutrient timing a little bit. And that's going to be, more along the lines of, what are you going to be eating pre-workout? What are you going to be eating when you wake up? What are you going to eat pre-workout? Maybe even intra-workout, post-workout, and then throughout the rest of the day, maybe even before bedtime. And it doesn't make as much of a difference as these three do. So with all that being said, that is just going to be a general understanding of what you need to dictate in your diet and how you need to structure everything. So I hope this helps you. I plan on doing more videos in the future. This is my first video, and I really appreciate you coming and showing your support. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you want to stay for the journey, feel free to subscribe. I'm going to make more videos and try to get better at this and hopefully help you out as much as possible. I'd love to hear your ideas. I'd love to hear your feedback. Again, thank you for tuning in, and I'll talk to y'all soon.